7 signs she is not the right girl for you. Did you ever date a woman for a while but couldn't quite find the spark and connection you were looking for? And did that make you wonder whether she was the right girl for you? When a guy is unsure if the woman he is dating is compatible, he often looks for clues and signs that provide clarity. So many men stay in relationships purely out of comfort, lust, or lack of awareness of what's right for them. The longer they stay in an incompatible relationship, the more they become anxious, frustrated, and unhappy. They say that behind every great man stands a strong woman. As a man, you strive to have a woman you deeply adore standing by your side. The right girl will be one of your best friends and support you every step of the way as you work hard to reach your goals. Many guys get blindsided into staying in relationships that are just sort of all right and comfortable enough. Finding out whether a woman is incompatible requires guys to pay attention to subtle and not so subtle warning signs and red flags. In this video, we will discuss the 7 signs that will indicate to you whether the girl you are dating is incompatible with you. The Better Playbook is all about providing you with inspiring and practical dating tips to help you better connect with the women you want. Please, go ahead and smash that like button to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Watch the video until the very end to learn about a particularly destructive behavior the wrong girl often displays. So, the first sign she is not the right girl for you is she doesn't give you the freedom to do what you love or be with the people you enjoy. When a woman truly loves and adores her man, she often lives for the moments she can see him smile. The right girl will encourage you to seek out activities, hobbies, and interests that either interest, excite, or bring out the best in you. She will also encourage you to spend time with your close friends, family members, and even business acquaintances. Your woman should make you feel that she is happy for you when you are pursuing the things you enjoy with the people you love. So how can you tell if she is not giving you freedom? Is she making weird faces or complaining when you spend time doing something with someone other than her? Does she make you feel guilty when you are not with her? The wrong woman often needs to be the center of attention and will not be okay with you pursuing activities that don't include her. She will attempt all types of overt and covert manipulative maneuvers that take you away from doing what you feel like. An incompatible girl will also give you a hard time when you meet your friends or loved ones, especially if she doesn't like any of them. She will often make you feel guilty for spending time away from her. Number 2, negative communication and the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. To feel like you can freely be yourself, you need words of encouragement from your girl. The right woman will use empathetic and positive language to encourage and support you. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are 4 negative communication patterns that will cause a lot of friction between the two of you and make your bond gradually deteriorate. These 4 negative communication patterns include criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. If you let any of them manifest themselves, it will steadily chip away at the strength of your bond with your girl. While the right relationship will have constructive communication, the wrong one allows negative communication styles to fester and occur too frequently. So, how do the 4 horsemen and negative communication patterns show themselves? A woman who criticizes will make you feel like you cannot fully be yourself. She will often default to making character remarks such as, "You are so lazy," or "You always do this," or "I can't stand it when you do that." Her critical remarks will chip away at your character and make you more self-conscious and less sure of yourself. When a woman is defensive, she will often refuse to listen to your concerns and not allow a constructive dialogue to occur. As a result, even when you try to tell her something you need from her genuinely, she will give you the cold shoulder and turn on her defense mode, making it impossible to get through to her. When your girl treats you with contempt, it could show when she addresses you with disrespect, mocks your character with sarcasm, ridicules you, or even resorts to calling you names. Contempt could also be unspoken and manifests itself by rolling her eyes, scoffing at you, or negatively mimicking you. Long simmering negative thoughts about the partner typically fuel contempt. When your relationship with her gets to this stage, it will become increasingly apparent that she is not suitable for you. A girl who stonewalls, stops listening, or relating to you altogether. It means she gives you the silent treatment and stops responding to you. When your relationship has gone this far, it has often reached a point of no return. It's typically when the two of you have engaged in negative communication patterns for a prolonged period. When you default to these negative communication patterns, it often shows you want to change each other, and that is never a good sign of a compatible connection. Number 3, your principles and values are not aligned. Many men mistakenly believe that the passion and butterflies in a relationship define its success. Even if you have explosive physical chemistry, great conversation, and good times together, your relationship will run into problems if your principles and values are mismatched. Placing similar weight and importance on certain key principles and values will make your relationship more cohesive and more likely to stand the test of time. A relationship with mismatched values is like wearing a good-looking shirt that doesn't correctly fit. So how do you know if her principles and values don't mesh well with yours? Values are things you consider very important to you and are pillars that make and define who you are and what you're all about in the world. You typically have values in different life categories: spiritual, health and fitness, lifestyle design, growth and development, work, family values, etc. Is financial progress as vital to her as you? Do you like to eat hamburgers while she enjoys a plant-based diet? Is your level of faith aligned? Does she enjoy active time off while you want to relax on the beach? Make a list of 3 to 5 of your core values and compare that to how she sees those same values. It's okay for some of your values to not be 100% congruent. It can add some positive friction to the relationship and keep it interesting. Nevertheless, your core principles and values should be closely aligned. Number 4, you are not becoming the best version of yourself or growing at the same level. Having great chemistry and a strong connection with your woman is essential, but if you are growing apart, it will eventually cause friction. When partners are right for each other, they not only get along, but are also aware of and support each other's progress and attainment of goals. The wrong woman will often either not grow at the same pace as you or create an environment that supports you in attaining your goals. In an ideal relationship, both of you can move toward what you want and help each other become the best version of yourselves. So how do you know you are growing apart or are bringing out each other's best? Are you aware of each other's goals? Is either of you encouraging and supporting one another to make progress towards them? Do you hold each other accountable when you get off track and create an environment that values and celebrates progress towards both individual and joint goals? If she shows you that she takes no interest in or supports you on your quest towards your goals, it's often a red flag indicating that she is not for you. When both partners feel like they make progress, they are more likely to feel happy and fulfilled. When you support one another, it will strengthen your bond and make it more likely for you to stay together. Number 5, you argue in different styles. How do the two of you react in the heat of the moment? Surprisingly, studies have found that the way you argue and resolve conflicts are a significant determination of whether the two of you will stay together. Both men and women have different argument styles. In other words, how they argue and respond to conflict is different. There are 4 main archetypes that determine how you deal with and resolve conflicts: the attacker, the defender, the pursuer, and the withdrawer. When she triggers you or gets into an actual fight, do you get angry and forceful or upset and reclusive? What emotions does it bring out in you and in her? Gauging each other's responses will help you assess which conflict archetype you represent. So how do you know you are arguing in different styles? The attacker. If she points fingers at you and lists reasons why you are wrong, your woman is most likely an attacker. While attacking lets a partner get things off their chest, it is typically not a constructive approach. The defender. A woman will often feel the need to defend herself in response to either an overt or perceived attack. If you feel rejected, made wrong, criticized, and your guard comes up, then defending is probably your argument style. The pursuer. A pursuer typically insists on discussing and resolving an issue while it's still hot. Instead of taking a moment to cool down, a pursuer will persist by following you around, reaching out in frequent communication, or not leaving you alone. The withdrawer. If you tend to retreat within yourself, become uncommunicative, and guarded during an argument, you're most likely a withdrawer. Paradoxically, couples who tend to have a similar argument style are more likely to resolve conflicts. Attackers and pursuers are more aggressive, while defenders and withdrawers are more passive. The main question to ask yourself is, are conflicts bringing us closer together by understanding each other better, or are there lingering unresolved tensions that keep coming up and reoccurring? Number 6, negative instead of positive stacking of emotions and experiences. One of the most effective ways to make a relationship stronger is by flooding. It means that the two of you keep stacking and reminding each other of positive emotions and experiences you shared. Conversely, negative stacking is a destructive pattern whereby either you or your woman keeps bringing up unresolved conflicts and what negative thing you did or positive thing you did not do for one another. When a girl is not right for you, she will regularly bring up old fights, bad moments, or other perceived inadequacies. So how do you know if she's stacking the negatives rather than the positives? Does she keep reminding you of good times together or point out old unresolved problems? Do the two of you have a ritual of reviewing and discussing good times together? Do you make it a point to flood and make each other feel whole in the relationship? Whether or not you stack positives and negatives will often be a direct result of the quality of your communication and whether or not conflicts bring you closer together or draw you further apart. Number 7, your interests and lifestyles differ too much. While principles and values refer to your deeper underlying view on various things, interests and lifestyle refer to the here and now. Are you an avid sports fan while she could care less? Is she all about going to a ton of social events while you prefer to stay home? Do you love listening to podcasts and learning new things, but she couldn't be bothered? When you cannot enjoy enough common interests or similar lifestyles, your relationship will be less vibrant. It will make it harder for the two of you to have exciting and fun times together because you won't relish the experience fully. So how do you know if your interests and lifestyles differ too much? Are either of you able to relate to and enjoy each other's interests and/or lifestyle choices? Is either of you willing and able to compromise and occasionally learn about and enjoy the other's hobbies, interests, and activities? When a woman is not suitable for you, she will show very little interest in your hobbies and/or what you like to enjoy doing. As a result, it makes it harder for the two of you to genuinely enjoy each other's company and relate to one another. Knowing whether or not a woman is compatible or incompatible takes time. When taken alone, any of the signs we mentioned in this video might not be enough to help you realize whether she is the right girl for you. However, if warning signs and red flags come up with enough regularity, you will gradually realize that you are not right for each other. Developing an understanding and awareness of how these negative signs manifest themselves will help you trust your gut and make a more educated decision. We hope you've enjoyed this video and get a sense of how much work we put into it. Please be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay in the loop. Our goal is to empower you to act and be a confident, high-value guy. Which one of these signs have you either run into or relate to the most? Also, feel free to share any other stories of red flags that helped you realize a woman was not right for you.